This video tutorial we will see using at-record annotation how to do Spring dependency checking. Using at-record annotation we can make sure particular property of bean is set. If it is not set, we will get exception. Here I have defined the class employee. It has three properties: ID, name and address. Address is the dependent object, and getter and setter methods for these three properties. Here I have overridden toString method. Here we have applied at-record annotation in setAddress method, and if address object is not set in employee object, then we will get an exception. This way we can make sure address object is set in employee object before we use employee object in our application. To make at-record annotation to work, we have to include this line in the Spring configuration file. This will enable record annotation bean post processor. In Spring configuration file, we have not set address to employee object, so we will get an exception because in address at-record annotation is set. So if address object is not set in employee object, we will get an exception. If you see, this property is commented. Here I have defined the class app. Here I have created application context object by reading Spring configuration file using getBean method of application context object, getting employee object from Spring container and displaying the employee object. In Spring configuration file, we have not set address object to employee object, so we will get an exception because at-record annotation we have applied in setAddress method of employee, and here you can see the output. We got this exception. Suppose in Spring configuration file, if address object is set in employee object, then we won't get this exception.